This is Dakota News Now.
And good evening, everyone. I'm Brian Allen.
I'm Andrea Anderson. We begin tonight with the latest from Israel as the fighting between Israel and Hamas has only gotten worse. Over the weekend, militants from Hamas launched a surprise attack from Gaza, leaving at least 70 Israeli dead and more than 900 injured. At least 11 of those dead are confirmed to be Americans. Immediately following the attack, South Dakota's congressional delegation and Governor Kristi Noem condemned the attack. Israel responded to the attack by bombing at least 130 targets in Gaza within 3 hours. What the government says is just beginning.
The attacks on Israel prompting passionate responses from those with ties to the country.
We spoke with South Dakota Rabbi Mendel Perowitz with the Jewish Center of South Dakota, who compares the attack over the weekend to the Holocaust. Take a listen to our top story.
Indeed, the guardian of Israel neither slumbers nor sleeps. The Lord is your guardian. Quite frankly, I couldn't sleep last night. Could barely sleep any of these past few days. Just the images, the thoughts. When I see these pictures of children being killed and dragged away from their parents, I think of my own children. I have an 8-year-old, a 7-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 6-month-old child. For those terrorists, it doesn't matter who it is. A Jew is a Jew, and they're after me the same way they're after them.
Rabbi Mendel Perowitz was celebrating the Jewish holiday of Simchat Torah on Saturday and was unaware of the violence that was unfolding until someone knocked on his door.
When we open up the news and we see what's happening today, we're just shaken to the core, the amount of murder that there is.
And as more becomes known about the vile nature of these attacks, the only comparison Perowitz can draw is to the historic events of more than 80 years ago.
Absolutely devastating, horrific. The scale of this massacre and pogrom is something that the Jewish people have not experienced since the Holocaust.
Israel's counterattacks have been swift and forceful.
It's not about giving them a few months of quiet. This is about taking out Hamas completely. Hamas cannot exist anymore for Israel to be safe. All those people who have stood up against the Jewish people are now footnotes in the ash bin of history. They're no longer here. The Jewish people will persevere, we will survive, we will thrive, and the people of Israel will be victorious.
Over the weekend, we saw South Dakota leaders on all fronts show their support for Israel.
Strong statements from our senators, from our congressmen, from our governor, from the mayor, from the chief of police in Sioux Falls, offering their protection, their support to the Jewish community. And that's really something that we have to remember and appreciate.
And Perowitz says any and all forms of supports are necessary right now.
We're not standing on the front lines in Israel, and we're not able to physically defend our brothers and sisters, but we can pray for them, we can support them, and we can have them in our hearts and minds constantly. Even if I will walk in the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me.
Cornell Wright reporting tonight. Rabbi Perowitz says there are gatherings to remember the lost and to stand in solidarity with Israel that are being organized, and we will bring you those details once they're made available.